Hello everyone, LRon here with part 76 of my Total Terraria World Annihilation. Um, so I want to say that I was wrong about a couple of things in the previous video. Number one, I think I said that there were two videos left for me to voice over. It looks like this is going to be the last one in this cohort. So I think I was under the impression that I had an hour and 40 minutes worth of stuff, but now I have an hour and 30 minutes worth of stuff. And that also leads me to the other thing. Um, my previous fear about disk space was based off of a fact that meant something when I was only showing one feed at a time, because basically the raw footage equates to 22 gigs worth of space. But because um, a good chunk of it's at 4x, and also all of it's being shown in four places at the same time, the the product that's going to be rendered is going to be significantly smaller than the parent raw footage. Um, I'm used to it being about the same when it's one feed, because I think um, somewhere along the lines my rendering quality is a bit better than my initial recording quality. So I think I'm coming up with slightly bigger files in the end. If you go minute to minute, which I guess technically means it's still smaller in the end because of the fact that a lot of stuff got 4x'd in general. So it may have equated to ending up becoming a wash in the end. So, oh yeah, looks like video 3 is almost done fighting all three of the mechanical bosses at the same time. Skeletron was the last to go. The other two died really quickly. Um, so if you blinked and missed all that, you can probably rewind a good 30 seconds to a minute and see the start of that sequence. Um, and I got the achievement right there for killing all three mechanical bosses simultaneously. Um, so that was pretty cool. I'm pretty sure that at this point the only achievements that I still need at this point are corruption-based ones. So like Eater of Worlds, defeating every type of slime, defeating every boss in the game. The various things that are kind of progression blocked by me only having Crimson-based worlds ever since the patch that gave achievements. Um, and I'm sure that I've mentioned this before, but it's kind of funny that I've never gotten a corruption world since the patch, because prior to the patch, I never got a Crimson World. Like, I was used to exclusively getting Corruption Worlds. And now, some people make the bold claim that the Crimson Worlds are better than the Corruption Worlds. I guess, the gear's slightly stronger, slightly better or something, but I frankly like the look and feel of the Corruption Worlds better. So I kind of miss the concept of corruption worlds, and kind of wish that Town or even Museum here was a corruption world. Um, I probably could have cherry picked and just kept making new ones over and over and over until I finally got the one I wanted, but I didn't feel like taking that level of effort, so here we are. And as you've probably noticed, camera 4 has been offline for this pretty much this entire video. Camera 3 is gonna go down before the video's over. Um, Beggars can't be choosers when it comes to the 4 feeds. Um, I'm not gonna magically be able to have everything be divisible by 4 perfectly. Kind of just like how I couldn't always make my final video of a cohort be at a reasonable length. Like sometimes I'd be stuck with 2-minute ones, and then I'd um, leave in a nice little filler, like CS:GO case openings or showing some Here's the Storm content, or just something to toss in. Although if the cohort wasn't ungodly long to begin with, or I guess previously I didn't care. So there was a point in time where if the final video of a cohort was too short, I'd actually go down and record some more video and make the cohort even longer. And I think there was this one cohort that ended up being like 2.5 hours because every time I got more footage, it always mathed out to being like, 2 minutes or 3 minutes over the mark. And so I kept tacking on some more, tacking on some more, tacking on some more, and then finally it got to a decent amount. But then the cohort was just unmanageable. I mean, this particular hour and a half was fine. I actually did all of the voiceovers today, which is kind of an extremely rare thing. You would never see me talk this much in a single day. Um, I don't tend to have that much vocalization in me. Oftentimes, a cohort of this length, it would probably take me a good, half week to a full week, depending on how much meaningful stuff I have to say and how much filibustering I have to do. But I guess um, with all things considered, I did have a good amount of stuff to talk about in this particular cohort. But if the next cohort is a full hour and a half, I doubt I'll be able to be as chatty as I was this time around. So it'll likely be the case that it would take considerably longer to get all the voiceovers out and done um, for a cohort of equivalent length if it were to come up soon. And it looks like, as predicted, video 3 has died out. And then, of course, given the fact that there was a video 3, that by definition implies that video 2 will stick around until the bitter end of the cohort, which is coming dangerously to a close at this point. So I'll probably handle the liquid situation some more in the next cohort. So expect a 4-way split again. If people complain, then I'll do solid land with the 1 camera gambit, but I'll definitely still do the liquid with 4 because the liquid's just annoying and it's going to take forever. I'll see you next cohort.